Hello, everyone. This is CRISTIANA, your host and facilitator for the Pranic consciousness process, and very happy to be with you again in this magical evening before Christmas and this beautiful energy flow of the winter solstice. We are gathering together for the beginning of this new Pranic consciousness process, this program of online gatherings where we learn about how to raise our vibration, how to be more in tune with the pranic field, and how to align our consciousness to the consciousness of the universal flow, which is holding us, nourishing us, and um, creating life in every single moment in us. I'm happy to be able to connect with you via this online way, this online Google Hangouts, and happy to have this evening with you, which is the introductory class of the Pranic consciousness process. We are this evening joining together to learn about the Pranic consciousness process and what it's bringing, and to also have a meditation together, a meditation for the equinox, but for the solstice, but also for the new year to come. So it's a more complex evening, not only the beginning of this wonderful training, but also the gathering for the end of the year, where we're sharing thoughts, creating new realities for the new year to come, and enjoying the solstice energies that are supporting us into this new creation. For those of you who are totally new to this and have never participated or heard of the Pranic consciousness process, we are just mentioning that this is a 8-week webinar. We will be meeting each Thursday at 8 p.m. There might be some changes along the way if necessary, but usually it's 8 p.m. We're meeting for a new theme of the Pranic consciousness process. The Pranic consciousness process is a training supported by 8 ascended masters, a training which I have learned in the Embassy of Peace, as I am a peace ambassador, a worldwide peace ambassador, and these 8 ascended masters, which are supporting the evolution of humanity, have recommended 8 steps for pranic consciousness, for the evolution of our consciousness as global species. So we are supported in this, we are not alone, and each theme of this consciousness rising is recommended and supported and held in the presence of one ascended master. So each evening of this pranic consciousness process is actually held in the emanation of one ascended master. And that's what makes this training so precious and powerful. I am not only the facilitator of it, but also the channeler of this information and energy, because usually we don't speak from our mind, from our mental experience, but mostly we speak from the guided information that comes to us during this gathering. So you are in the presence of 8 ascended masters and all the light beings that are supporting this evolution process for humanity. And what I also feel called to mention is that you are not in a training about how to stop eating. I know everybody associate the concept of being pranic with not needing food, physical food, or stopping the usage of physical food. But here you are mainly learning about raising your vibration and enhancing your consciousness and aligning to your higher self. If along the process the food intake decreases as a result of an increase in consciousness, that is all natural. But we do not recommend people to stop eating or to force themselves into not eating just for the intention or goal of being pranic. That is not our um, intention or interest in this training. As many people are, when they enter a path of spirituality, they the first thing they look for are the spiritual powers, the siddhas, so to speak. So they all want telepathy. They all want to be, able to harness matter and create or manifest things. They all want to be manifestors and just visualize something and it materializes in front of them. They all look for superhuman abilities. First of all, most of the people that are starting the spiritual path, what I'm here to say is that the most superhuman ability that you are to aim for is for you to be in full communication and communion with your higher self. That's the only thing to aim for. And the rest of the things, the rest of the qualities of a person just emanate from that union or merging with your higher self. Once you are at one with the quantum field, at one with your higher self, at one with your essence, everything that needs to manifest, that is for your highest good, will manifest. So no need to seek or search for a certain superpower, and that includes the superpower or the ability of not eating. Whenever your spirit is, whenever you are ready, whenever your bodies are ready, whenever your spirit is ready to manifest this into your life, if your physical, emotional, and mental body are fine-tuned enough, you will be able to manifest this naturally without any struggle or restraint. Naturally, easily, with joy and ease and grace, that's the main um, rhythm of this process. I know some of you have participated to several processes along the years. You might have gone through the 10 days process, the 21 days process, and so on. So many facilitators now in the world are offering this knowledge, and it's very good for people to have access to it. But do not expect to start living on prana right after this one type of process, because the process is just an initiation and a detox method, spiritually, emotionally, and physically and mentally, detox at all levels. But then the pranic rhythm needs to be supported in your life by certain steps or a certain type of lifestyle that we are talking about this pranic consciousness process. So if your lifestyle is not aligned, is not in alignment with your higher self, the decisions of your spirit or of your, soul's intentions, then your pranic intake naturally decreases after you get back home, and you end up feeling hungry again or willing to eat the same amount of food like before, or more food than before, because you have to compensate for the disappointment of not being there yet. And that's a very challenging and a burdening moment. Whereas when you know that this is a natural, organic process that happens naturally when you have aligned fully and detoxed completely on all levels, when you know that, then you naturally give yourself the freedom to manifest it when you're ready. And that's the most important thing to know. And that's what we are talking about in this training. We're talking about the steps, the activities, the type of lifestyle that you can add into your day to day rhythm so that you increase the vibration of all your bodies and so that you can align more with the pranic field that is within you and all around you and weaving through the physical compounds that you're made of, that's what the process is offering. That's what the main idea of this training is about. You might end up eating less at the end of the process, as many did. Many have gone from vegetarianism to veganism, or from um, normal diet to vegetarianism, veganism, or many days without the need of physical food or juices as well. But most of the people who have participated in this training have had as end result an increase in the level of consciousness and in the level of freedom. This is what we're offering with this training. And if by any chance you get to eat less, that's the side effect or the blessings of you having increased your level of vibration. But it requires daily practice, it requires commitment, and it requires a different type of focus that you might have than the one you might have had so far. So instead of aiming towards a certain physical goal, like not needing food, being telepathic, being this and that, you start aiming towards a more permanent goal. That is the goal of being centered, of being at one with your essence, and at being a physical manifestation of your divine self, divine spirit, divine essence. That's what we're talking about. So if you're interested in that, please do continue with our training. And if you're not, please, you are free to search your answers in another direction, of course, because this might not be appropriate for you. We don't want you to be disappointed. Okay, having said all that, we're gonna say a few words about how these gatherings are going to be. Each Thursday evening, we're meeting for 1 hour and a half, 1 or 2 hours, depending on what we have to share. You will get, when you subscribe to the whole training, you will get the link to a platform where you can watch all the webinars in live streaming and participate to them, or you can watch the recordings at home anytime you want, how many times you want, as much as you want, if you are not able to view them um, on live streaming and be in direct contact with us as we speak. So you can either watch live or watch the recording and the replay as long as you want. So we gather for 1 hour and a half or 2 hours. We share the main theme of the evening, which is um, one spiritual practice or lifestyle step, lifestyle shift that would lead you to more prana in your body, more clarity in your life, and more chi to go with along the journey. We'll share one step or method, and we'll also have a guided meditation together I will be guiding the meditation, and it will be channeled and held by the ascended master supporting the process. So you'll be actually joining with not only me, but also the masters that are in the non-physical plane supporting this theme and supporting your evolution and supporting the evolution of humanity. So this is what, and the meditation that we're going to be doing each webinar is actually meant to increase your pranic level, present new methods of pranic nourishment, and also body reprogramming or mantra reprogramming, so that you can raise your vibration and shift your levels of consciousness. And it will also add up some particular personalized insights each guided meditation, depending on who is joining and what everybody needs, because we are a group, we are a collective entity that is resonating together in this process. We are not individuals watching alone from at home. We are, like a joint heart, you know, pulsating together in this process, supporting each other and merging with the vibrations of the ascended masters that are supporting the evolution of humanity. So you actually get to be a part of a larger global family, and also universal family, as you can see, and you get access to a very wise and fast evolving community, because you have access to our Facebook pages, to our private groups as well. And you can go to the Pranic Consciousness Process Facebook page and Summit page. And as a bonus, you have a 33% discount for the Pranic Consciousness Summit, which is a series of more than 20 interviews and live meetings with the main paradigm shifters, the main pranic people that we know of, that I'm interviewing each month. So we've gathered 21 interviews so far, but we're still continuing because we have a lot of beautiful friends and we meet a lot of wonderful people on the planet that will be interviewed during this summit. So you have also access to this summit, to this gathering of the masters with a beautiful gift discount for you. So this is what, in a nutshell, the Pranic Consciousness Process is offering, and this is how the gatherings are going to happen. If you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on your computer, which we recommend because you have access to a chat next to the video, so it's preferable that you open the window in YouTube, and there you have a chat. If you're on the laptop, you have a chat to the right of your screen. In that chat box, you can communicate with us and you can ask questions, share insights, and or share whatever you need to share about your experience. And because I know some of you have joined on YouTube already and have already gained access to that chat box to the right of your screen. If you haven't, please feel free to open your computers or laptops to be able to see it. So if you're having access to that, please write your name and country so that we know who is participating to this live gathering. And I'd be happy to know more about you and maybe place there a question about what you would like to know from this gathering, what you would like to benefit from this meeting with us. In the meantime, I'm gonna post in the chat box, I'm gonna share the link to the training for the new ones who are not maybe familiar with this training. I'm gonna share here the link and you can have access to it and you know, be able to see the link there and to click on it at the end of the gathering so that you find more details about this training if you haven't already subscribed to the whole series. And another important information is that you can also join the webinars one by one. So if you're not determined to participate to the whole series, you can join the webinars one by one. So you have this option on the link at the page. Um, the link is actually also below this video, so you can join it there. I won't clutter the chat box with it now. So if everybody's here and if you're ready to chat with us and join us, feel free to, like I said, share some insights in the chat box next to the video. And before we go into a deeper sharing about that, we would like to start, as promised, the meditation. The theme of tonight, is meditation, and it is about the do's and don'ts of the meditation, and um, various effects, you know, benefits, but also risks with various types of meditation. So you'll find out about that um, towards the end of the webinar, and you'll find out more about also how to increase your levels of consciousness through various methods. I'll share about the methods of meditation that I have experienced and about the other aspects and insights that I know of that might be beneficial for you in meditation. But you know, before we go on with that theme, I'll also present to you and call for the 8 Ascended Masters that are supporting this process. So they are the meditation theme is actually supported by all 8 of them. So all of the masters who have created this pranic consciousness process and recommended it to us are supporting the theme of meditation, or are encouraging people to meditate for the development of consciousness and for increasing the pranic intake. The second step or theme that we'll be talking about in the next gathering, the next Thursday, is prayer or divine communion, or connecting with the universal field. We'll talk about methods or steps of increasing this connection, and methods of actually hearing back what the universe has to communicate with you. So the connection does not have to be, you know, one-sided. It has to, you know, be. You have to have a feedback from the universe, and you have to be able to detect and decode that feedback. So this is what the second theme of this process is about. So next week at the same hour, we'll be talking about universal connection, or how to connect with the universal field. And that theme is recommended and supported by Kuan Yin, which is the goddess of compassion in the Asian tradition, the Hawaiian tradition as well, and many other places of the globe are celebrating and acknowledging Kuan Yin as the vibration, feminine vibration of compassion, that is recommending and supporting this way of pranic evolution. The third theme is mind mastery. So the third week we'll be talking about mind mastery and how to deprogram and reprogram your mind and use your mind as a tool not only recalibrating your field and increasing your vibration, but also for gathering more prana in your cells and translating that prana into nourishment for your body. So it's going to be a very deep and important workshop because mind mastery is necessary for many of us. Getting rid of habitual patterns of thinking, of the things that we borrowed from our family, our society, and so on, makes us free and helps us to be in a rhythm of health, happiness, and harmony in all the aspects of our lives. So mind mastery is very important, and it is supported by the ascendant master called Saint Germain. So Saint Germain, the master of alchemy and immortality, who has been said to live for several centuries on this planet and is still to be seen in certain spiritual gatherings, um, is supporting this process, this theme and this process. And as we know, the main alchemy is not turning copper into gold. The main alchemy is the inner alchemy, and one part of it is the mastery of our own thoughts. So alchemizing the negative thoughts into positive ones is an important step on the pranic journey. The fourth theme is um, lightening up the diet and how to transition to a lighter diet, which might mean for each one of you might mean a different thing. So lighter means easier diet in respect to where you are now. So if you're on an omnivorous diet, it might mean going to vegan or vegetarian way of nourishment. If you are already vegetarian, it might mean going to vegan or raw food. If you are already vegan, it might mean going to raw food or juices. And if you're already on raw food, it might mean going on juices and or prana. So you see, for each one of us, lighter means a different thing, and we each start from where we're at. So we're not rushing into jump steps. We are taking it one step at a time, and this process is surely encouraging and supporting a lighter diet because it's it's a byproduct of the increase in consciousness for many of us. So and the main most important step of a lighter diet is first getting rid of the animal products, especially the meat-based products, because that's what was lowering the vibration and closing the gateways to um, universal communication for most of us. Why? Because the energy of the meat is very heavy and it's fear-based and suffering-based, and you don't want to get in contact with that vibration much if you want to be in a pranic rhythm. The theme is recommended by the Buddha, which has said that we are only going to fully evolve as a species when we're going to stop using other beings for benefit or pleasure. So he fully supports going in a lighter diet and also going to vegetarianism as a means of, compassion, kindness, but also raising our personal vibration. Next to come, the fifth week will be how to treat the body as a temple, how to exercise it and give it the right treatments. Not only exercise, but body pampering, body loving, and the acknowledgement of its greatness. So, how to give your body love and respect and acknowledgement so that it opens up the cells and be able to absorb in more energy and preserve it in the body, because a body that is not loved a body that is not cherished, a body that is not treated well, will not be able to harness and store the chi. It will give it away, emanate it away as soon as it's gathering it. It's the natural mechanism of the aspects of you that are not loved. So allowing yourself to love your body and to um, give it the proper treatments that it needs, from cosmetics to the right exercise and so on, is a very important step on the pranic nourishment. And I've actually been able to gain 3 kilograms in just a couple of days without the need of increasing my physical food intake, just by pampering my body, using argan oil and keeping it in the sun, and having all this good care, this pampering about it, has helped me to stabilize my weight without using more food or adding certain products to my diet, just because I have given my body time to rest, relax, and be pampered. And that happened right after the festival in Italy last summer, this summer, where I have lost a little weight due to excessive working. So after that, I went to Ancona. I relaxed a little bit, and just by pampering my body in just a few days, I've stabilized my weight and regain my balance in that aspect. So this is highly recommended by an ascended master called Babaji, an immortal yogic master from the Himalayas, who has brought the Kriya Yoga to the world through his disciples, and who is strongly encouraging the practice of yoga, but also other exercises for increasing the pranic level, but also the level of consciousness through the certain movements of the physical body. So this ascended master, who is immensely dear to me and a good guide and friend to me, is recommending treating your bodies as temples with the direct acknowledgement for what beautiful devices they are. The sixth theme of this process, the sixth method recommended to us for the pranic increase and for the increasing of the levels of consciousness, is practicing, consciously practicing selfless service. And this means doing something for someone or for a community or for the global or universal community, doing something just because you can, without expecting benefits in return, without aiming towards a certain goal, just because you can, just because you're there, just because you have energy flowing through you. That is selfless service. And being in service in a selfless state, that is not an egoic state, is helping us increase our pranic levels, increase the levels of consciousness, because selfless means stepping aside and letting your divine essence act through you and do the action for you. And that is stabilizing your essence into your physical body and allowing it to use this body as an instrument for the divine or for the universal purposes. And of course, that is a very good path for evolution, because once you stabilize that essence in your body, you've naturally aligned to the pranic essence, to the pranic flow, which is one with your essence. I hope you get this concept beyond the mental levels, because it's really speaking to your core. So once you get into that selfless, compassionate state, once you are able to do something for someone just because you can, you are instantly opening to the universal energy flowing through you and to your divine essence, rushing in and taking control over your physical body, nourishing it, supporting it, whatever it needs, so that you can express that level of consciousness into the world. The seventh, and this is recommended by the Christed, by Christed essence, which has, demonstrated selfless service into the world to the highest levels of it by allowing himself to be crucified or, persecuted for a while, just to be able to then um, display what is known as the resurrection, or the aligning with the eternal aspect of himself. So selfless service is recommended and supported as a theme by Jesus, or the Christed One, and it's going to be a great worship in the sixth week of this process. Then the seventh one is about taking time in silence and the values, the virtues that silence can bring, and also spending time in nature and connecting to nature and being in tune with the natural elements, which are the elements of which your body is made of. So once one knows how to master these elements and how to recalibrate them in the physical, in the physical body, then nourishment is no longer necessary, and many other things are as coming as side effects or as byproducts to that. So we're going to talk about this in our seventh gathering, which is supported by Saint Francis of Assisi, a beautiful light being and master who has spent a lot of time in nature, getting to a level of understanding and consciousness where he could not only master the elements but communicate with the animal species and being fully understood by it. And last but not least, our eighth gathering will be about how to use sound, music, and chanting, and that includes mantras, how to use these three aspects to increase our pranic level, how they are influencing our day-to-day life, how sound is impacting our pranic intake, the development of our cells, and all the rhythms of our life, actually, because everything has emanated from sound. So we're going to talk about it in our eighth gathering. We're going to share beautiful examples from my personal experience, but also much of the information that is now circulating. And you're going to have also a playlist with the sounds and melodies that I'm using now, not only for my own relaxation, but for healing, recalibrating, shifting programs in my life and the lives of my patients, and many other purposes. So you're going to benefit from this playlist by joining us to the eighth gathering. The eighth theme is held and supported in the vibration of Mother Mary and the angelics. As you know, Mother Mary is the one governing the angelic realm, so she's like the mother of it all, and she's highly recommending um, the usage of sound, but also power words, affirmations, and conscious communication for the increase of the pranic levels and the increase in our consciousness. So that's in a nutshell the training and what we're going to talk about along the way. This is the main theme of it, but also we're going to add personal experiences and other channeled stories that might be necessary for the ones who are participating. So it's actually a personalized training, not only holding on to a certain pattern, but also flexible in respect to who is joining and what the needs are of each one of you. We're also providing support between the gatherings. So each week you can write to us and have your questions answered if they are referring to the theme of the week. And you can also have private sessions with me, as I'm also a therapist into the soul healing therapy. You can have private sessions with me, not included in the training, but also related to the training, so that you can see what's actually blocking or obturating your pranic intake, and also you can also see what are the particular steps for you in order to increase your and make a leap in your consciousness. So this is what's available for you in addition to the training as well. So if I see new people joining in, thanks all for joining. And if you will just place your name and country in the chat box next to the video. So if you have joined on the on your laptop, you have access to a chat box to the right of the screen, and you can ask questions, share your name and insight with us, and make comments if you will. So please feel free to use that chat box. Open your laptops if you haven't already. Grab pen and paper if you need it, because we're soon going to go into the meditation, and then we're going to share some more insight about meditation as a way of supporting your pranic intake. So I'm going to give you some moments so that you can prepare. It's best if you let your friends or family or the ones you live with know that you are having a moment just for yourself, that you are having a time of relaxation or personal growth, or however you want to call it. Grab a pen or paper, put some headphones on if you have noise in your surroundings, so that you can fully be present in the meditation. Hello, all the ones who are sharing their names in the comments in the chat box. Thank you so much for communicating with us. It's so good to be able to commune heart to heart, and also know who's joining and what we are reaching with this training. Because I'm mostly used to live gatherings where I can see the people and connect heart to heart, but also eye to eye. And with this new technology thing that I'm practicing for some years now, but every new training is new to me. With this technology thing, it feels a little weird when I'm not able to directly see you, and I would love to know about you and where you're from and who you are, just to have that feeling of connection and of divine family joining together in this beautiful gathering. Also, until you get prepared, I want to share that this is a very powerful moment, not only because the winter solstice, that is a powerful moment in itself, but also because we're right before Christmas. We're very close to this huge influx of energy that is flowing on us, as I shared in my previous videos, and that is supporting our manifestation and our evolutionary leaps. And also the cosmic movements are powerful now as well, supporting us to let go of the past, set new goals and intentions for ourselves and our lives, to make evolutionary leaps, because this energy is rushing us forwards, not only as a species, but as a planet as well. And we're so whatever we want to manifest that is for our highest good and for the good of humanity is possible now, like in an instant, when our intention and determination are focused in that direction. So it's a golden moment for all of us. And I'm just returning from a beautiful trip to the main energy portals of Romania. As some of you know, I also work with energy portals, and I'm facilitating the openings and enhancing of these energies influxes on the planet. And what I've seen now opening uh, on this land and at the planetary level as well is amazing for humanity. It's just like we're held, in the arms of God, if you will. And whatever is beneficial for us to manifest now is fully supported, as I said, and just you hold the intention and the focus towards it. Or if you don't have a specific intention, just you hold now the intention that whatever is for your highest and best good could be manifested now. Just hold that intention and feel this energy rushing through you as it is, available for all of us now. And all we have is to do is just open to receive it. You know, as as a Christed one was saying, I'm just sitting at your door and knocking, waiting for you to open. So this is what this energy is doing now. It's just knocking on our doors, waiting for us to open and receive it into our lives fully, so that it can be manifest for us now. So there's no holding back if you're ready and open to it. So without further, talk and chat, I'd recommend for us to go into that promised meditation. And after that, we're going to be chatting a little more about this theme of the night. But before anything else, just feel free to be seated in a very relaxed position. Put your feet up if you need to rest them, or lay down if you don't need to necessarily see me during this meditation, because most of it's going to be a guided exercise, so you need your eyes closed so that you can visualize better. Feel free to, maybe put your phone on the silent mode so it wouldn't disturb you during this. And start following your breath so that you can have a deeper awareness of where you are at and how centered you are during this meditation. So with following the breath, you are centering and deepening your inner state. Breathing in, you imagine you have a light column around you from the center of the universe to the center of the earth, surrounding you and protecting you, but also forming an energy support all the way around you with a diameter like your hands stretched out. You're imagining or visualizing or sensing the energy in this light column surrounding you and going through you, through the cells of your body, from the center of the universe to the center of the earth. And you breathe in deeply, the light, the energy, or the color from this light column. With each breath, you are breathing in this energy, allowing it to fill your body, fully conscious and feeling and sensing how it's filling your lungs and then radiating out into your cells. And with each exhale, you exhale out all the worries, tensions, concerns, all the skepticism, all the thought forms that are not beneficial for you now. You just release it into this light column, just allowing it to recalibrate your energies and thoughts as it is pre-programmed to do so. So we program this column around you to just transmute, dissolve, and transform whatever no longer serves you in this meditation. Whatever is not beneficial for you in this webinar is dissolved, transmuted, and transformed in this light column that is surrounding you. Feel the color that you have around you. Feel this energy and breathing in with each breath, allowing your body to relax fully. You imagine yourself sitting on a bed of feathers that is embracing you in its softness, and allow your whole body to relax in this bed of feathers, in this fluffy bed. Allow the soles of the feet to relax. Then allow the ankles and the calves to relax, surrounded in this column of energy that is enhancing, increasing your pranic intake, but also your state of consciousness. You breathe in this light again, allowing to your knees and thighs to relax, surrounded in this energy. Exhale the tensions from the muscles of your feet and calves and hips. Breathing in again, you allow your hips to relax fully. Breathe it out, you breathe out the tensions, worries, and concerns, and move your attention also towards your lower back and the abdomen, releasing from there all the tensions, frustrations, or whatever no longer serves you, and breathing in new energy from this light column. We breathe deeply towards the abdomen, but without forcing the energy. We just allow it to flow into the abdomen area as well, filling us with energy, light, and color. Breathing out, you breathe out the tensions and you move to your breasts, chest, and arm, relaxing them fully as well. Allow the heart chakra to expand with this profound breath and expansion of your chest with the relaxation of your chest. Allow yourself to be free and pampered and relaxed. Feel free to bring more energy with every breath in your body, deepening the breath towards your abdomen, allowing it to relax your abdomen area. Also relaxing your neck, face, nose, ears, eyeballs. You are fully relaxing the whole body now, and the whole face area, to the forehead and to the top of your head and to the tips of your hairs, fully relaxing now. You go deep with deep roots inside the ground and grounding yourself, connecting yourself to Mother Earth. Stay tuned also to the surface of the ground. Allow yourself to be connected to the center of the universe and also to the center of the earth now. Your energy is centered in your heart, and it is like you're breathing in and out through your heart chakra now, as if in your chest you had a nose through which the air and prana are coming to your body. You watch your heart chakra expanding with every breath, and you feel that from the center of the universe is coming down a cable, a connection cable that is going through the crown chakra down into your heart, connecting yourself again to the center of the universe through your pineal, but also your heart chakra. So this light connection cable is coming down to your crown and then bringing the energy into your heart chakra, allowing it to be wider and deeper with every breath. Breathing in, you feel the energy in the heart chakra increasing as you sip as through a straw. The energy from the center of the universe with this connection cable from the top of your head. Just allow your connection to go all the way up through the galactic sun into the central sun. Feel that connection pulsated at the top of your head and then flowing into your heart with energy, increasing the glow and gratitude of your heart chakra that is now fueled with this energy. Feel the heart chakra expanding with every breath as you breathe in prana, source energy. Feel it recalibrating now. And with every exhale, you distribute out this energy from your heart chakra into the cells, into the organs, the internal organs, into all the layers of your being, the whole body, the whole physical structures, but also the emotional, mental, and so on. So into the auric field and out into the universe. You breathe in, bringing in more chi, more prana, more energy from the center of the universe. Bringing into your heart this energy and then sending it out to your cells, to your organs, to your main systems in the body, endocrine, muscular, bone system, and so on. and out into the auric field and out into the universe, nourishing the fields around us. We allow this energy to also flow down towards the perineum now. And we allow it to fuel our whole entire body. But also to go towards the center of the earth. So as it went into the perineum, then two connection cables go towards each foot, and the third connection cable from the perineum down into the center of the earth. And you feel yourself growing roots before reaching the center of the earth. You will grow roots from the soles of the feet, energetic roots that are connecting all to the energy of Gaia, to the energy of Mother Earth, to the maternal benevolent energies that a mother can manifest. We allow this energy of Mother Earth flow up then to the soles of the feet. It comes up through the ankles, the thighs, the calves, the knees, the thighs. It comes up to your perineum and hips. From the perineum, it goes up to the base of the spine, this earth energy, this love salutation from Mother Earth. It comes up to the base of the spine and on all the way up towards the spine where you have this energy flowing up. And then as the body is full, you see it springing out through the top of your head all around your body, forming an energy orb or an energy sphere around you. That is actually behaving as a shield, shielding you from the energies that are not beneficial from you and for you, and enhancing the energies that work for your benefit. So having this shield around you is setting a new frequency for you, allowing you to preserve the energies that are beneficial and filter out what's not beneficial for you now and from now on. So having created this vehicle, this Merkaba, from the center of the universe to the center of the earth, and with the energy of the earth all the way around us like a sphere. So two yang and yin vehicles that are balancing our masculine feminine nature. Having created that, we can then go back into our hearts, and from there, radiate out our utmost desire or intention, provided that it is for our highest good. We visualize it and we radiate it out, feeling that everything that no longer serves us has already passed away, along with this year, along with these energies. And now we're gathering new energies that are supporting our heart's desire, but also our divine self manifestation. We gather this energy into our heart, allowing it to beam out and bring forth into this world our highest heart's desire, the one that is in alignment with our highest self, with our divine spirit, and for those of us who believe in that, we radiate out this energy, gathering new, fresh energy through the top of our head into our heart with each breath, gathering new, supportive energy through the soles of our feet with each breath from Mother Earth. We gather this energy that is supporting our physical body, but also the physical manifestation. We gather these two energies from the center of the universe and the center of the earth. We gather them into our physical heart and into our heart chakra. And we let them mix there. The perfect blend of yin and yang energy for us now. And with this perfect blend, we are now emanating our heart desire, setting new, positive, harmonious intentions that are for the highest good of all and for our highest good as well. Knowing that we have the strength, energy, and power to manifest them into the world now. And along with this, we visualize a new, brighter future for this planet. We can visualize ourselves at a round table with each one of us surrounded. And in the middle, we see planet Earth. We just see it in its greatness rotating under our eyes. And we know that with the power of intention, we can create new realities here. We look at these intentions and ask that they are supported should they be for our highest good and for the best of everyone involved. And we ask that the intention for planet Earth is that it is emanating and supporting this pranic grid that is in its turn supporting the evolution of humanity, of ourselves as humans on this planet. And we might visualize the areas that are not yet in balance on this planet, becoming now brighter and lighter with every breath that we take. We see this energy grid around this planet, this energy grid that is now formed by our intention, enhanced by our intention. We see it shining brighter, lightening up with our love and awareness and conscious participation to this moment of evolution. We see it lightening up. And with this lightening up, it's naturally recalibrating the areas of the planet that are not in balance now. We see this energy grid along the planet, connecting us all, having a seed planted in each one's body that is then connecting to the seeds of the other ones around us through this energy grid. We see and feel and sense how it is to feel the feeling of unity, how it feels that we're all united through our breath and the participation to this planetary grid. Feel how it is to feel the sweetness of these new waves of love coming in on this planet. Feel the Christed energy locking in and emanating from this grid around the planet, knowing that it's also supporting your own existence and personal growth. See or feel or sense a little shift in this energy grid as the Christed energy has increased its influx now. And with this awareness, with this intention, knowing that this recalibration is done for all of us now, and this field of love is reinforced for all of us now, we can slowly come back with our awareness towards our physical body, knowing that our presence and joint work in the inner planes is also happening as we speak. But come back with the presence and awareness in the physical body. Sense and feel the toes of your feet, the soles and the ankles and the calves and the knees and the thighs. Feel your presence in your body like your hand within a glove. Feel it deepening within your body, light body deepening into the physical form. Feel this physical form rejoicing this union with your divine self. Feel your presence in the abdomen and lower back and upper back and chest and arms. Feel your presence fully like a hand within a glove in your body. Feel your essence pulsating from each cell of your body, emanating out love and awareness and consciousness, like we've exercised some days before with some of you. And we come back fully into the physical plane in front of the laptop. We come back from the meditation knowing that our intentions and visualization is still taking form and effect on us towards throughout the night and maybe the days to come. As we are now connected into this planetary grid and fully consciously participating to its enhancing. And as we've come back into the room and into the body, we can feel free to share our insights and comments on the chat box next to the video, or just sit back, relax, and see what's next into this workshop. As I myself went very deep, in a deeper state in that meditation, I have sensed that to some, this process of pampering the earth with our intention and um, surveillance is known to you, to some of you at least. You have participated to this before, and this is also a meditation to for you to see that we're all part of a greater team, of a greater gathering of masters that are working together in the inner planes, and now we're also working into the physical plane together. And as long as you know that, you know how to instantly connect into this grid and download information from it, and find out whatever is necessary for you, but also some love, some compassion, some kindness into this planetary grid as you're there. And because we've meditated together, you've seen probably the benefits and effects of meditation. We choose to have a meditation each week, each webinar, not only because it's beneficial for body, mind, and spirit, but also because we are allowed to commune with you at a deeper level in this way. Because once we meditate together, we share spirit, we share soul. So a few words about meditation and what it brings to us. As I said, one of the main steps onto the pranic evolution, the pranic consciousness evolution, is the daily meditation, is having a constant activity of meditating, because it just brings us into a more peaceful, more quiet, more conscious state. So when we meditate, everything recalibrates. It recalibrates within the body. Everything is restored back to perfection, restored back to alkalinity if there was too much acid pH in the body, is restored back to balance if it was too much mental agitation. It's restored back to joy if it has been too much turbulence and emotional turmoil. Everything is restored back to balance. And why is that? Because in meditation, your voice is put to silence. Your mind is eventually put to silence. By following the breath, you literally tame your mind, because it's been proven that breath sets the pace to the mental rhythms. And as you're breathing more agitated, your mental rhythms will be so. And as you're breathing more calmly, your mental rhythms will also follow a calmer pattern. So you can literally adjust your inner state and your mental patterns with the breath. So easy and so powerful to do. Then the next benefit of meditation is that it actually strengthens your ability to focus. You can focus longer on a longer extent of time, and you can actually have more energy during that focus, because in meditation you're literally connecting to the source of nourishment, to the source of energy that is fueling each of your actions. Then another important point with meditation is that it recalibrates the left and right hemispheres of the brain, so that the brain can be synchronized, not only to the doing, but also to just being, not only to the logical side, but also to your intuition, not only to busy beta state, but also other types of vibrations and frequencies that are higher in measurement and that are bringing magic to our lives. So with meditation, you touch on all these points and literally harvest the benefits of it. How to meditate for some who are new to this, you just have to start by a normal breath practice, just prolong your breath and allow it to go deeper. And you do so for several times, maybe for 7 minutes, 20 minutes, 21 minutes or more. And you'll notice that you'll naturally synchronize to more calmer and peaceful rhythms. Another benefit of meditation is that it is preparing you for the day. It is giving you the amount of energy and clarity for each day. And if you're starting the day with a brief meditation or a longer one, depending on how much time you want to give into your own energizing, if you're starting the day with meditation, then naturally the tasks of the day seem easier. Some of them literally um, dissolve by themselves, and you literally naturally have more energy for the things that you were meant to do. And I will give you a brief example. For example, today I was supposed to meet several people and do certain activities with them, most of them having to do with the electricity in my house and several mundane activities, so to speak. And as I started meditating in the morning with these plans in my mind, all of them have dissolved along the way as they were not necessary for today. Some of them have naturally benefited from direct solutions. Some of them have been proven to be unnecessary. So that's how I'm left with far less activities during a day. I meditate first and then they literally fall away if not necessary, or they shift date, time, or a way of presenting themselves if this is necessary to happen. So for me, with meditation, life is really amazing, and I've harnessed amazing benefits with it. Therefore, I practice it several times a day in a focused way, and all the way through the day in a subtle way. It's the background of all my activities, because in the end, after you're used to meditation and you're integrated in to your day-to-day life, it just weaves through all the other activities during the day. And what I'm feeling called to mention about the meditation is that it's not only the classical form of meditation that you're used to, where you go into a specific position, and you are starting to do certain visualizations or breathing techniques and so on. It's also the meditation, it's also the process of being aware of your thoughts and inner states all the way through the day. So at each cornerstone during the day, you can stop and pause and go within and see how you feel, how your body feels, what are the signals of your body, what are the messages that you might need to receive, not only from your body but also from the universe. And when you go into that state of conscious communion all the way throughout the day, then you're able to fully integrate your divine essence into your physical form, and then even be nourished by prana if the time is right. So the benefits of meditation extend way beyond what I've just mentioned, but it's just to give you a glimpse on what's possible with this simple but powerful technique. And I was mentioning that it's not necessary to go into a certain place, into a certain position to be able to meditate. You can extend it throughout your daily activities, while you're driving, while you're ironing your shirts, while you're preparing your meals, and all the way through to all the other activities, because you can literally observe your thoughts in all the others activities And this is called presence and or being present in the moment. Once you get into that state, everything aligns, everything flows perfectly, and you have a lot of grace into your life, because meditation not only brings awareness and clarity and more chi, it also brings grace, for you have aligned to its rhythms during your meditation. So if you have any questions so far, feel free to post them in the chat box next to your video, or in the if you are watching on Facebook, feel free to post that in the comments on Facebook, because that's where you can also communicate with us. So comments, questions, whatever you need to share, just feel free and share them with us so that we can answer, during um, this training. Anything? Hello, Shauna, and hello, Moof, and everyone who has joined and presented themselves. Feel also free to present yourself um, in this chat box next to the video, as we mentioned. And hello and hugs of love to the new ones who have just joined the last few minutes. I'm just going to have a sip of water before you decide whether you want or not to ask any questions. And if not, we're gonna. Thank you so much. Thank you for feedback. People are saying, Shauna is saying that the meditation and my sharing is wonderful. I'm very grateful that you are feeling this. We were mentioning that it's not necessary, to go in a certain position in a certain place. But for a deeper meditation, whenever you want to go deeper and commune with your essence at a deeper level, you need to make like a ritual from your meditation. So choose a certain place that is quiet and where you're not being disturbed. Create a specific environment for you, maybe lit up a candle which will help you focus, or lit up some incense or perfume sticks, just to create that rhythm of going within. You can also play some relaxation music, if you will, and also no music is good, that because it also helps you focus more on your inner rhythms, on your inner voice, if you will. So that is for your daily, focused meditation. You choose a place, you choose an hour, and it's best if you choose, a specific hour that you're going to follow through during each day, because it's like your body and mind is used to go naturally into meditation at that specific hour. If you're doing it at the same hour for 1 week or 1 month, then naturally, even if you're not able to meditate, your body will go into meditation, into that meditation mode or rhythm at that hour, because you've created a pattern. And with everything that you do, it's necessary for you to create patterns so that your mind will naturally cope to it whenever you're not, able to focus on that alone. So choose an hour of the day where you can go deeper. Choose a place where you can focus without being disturbed. Choose music or an incense so that you can create the right environment, and then start following the breath. And your breath will guide you deeper into yourself and will put your mind at peace so that you can get in contact with your inner nature, with your intuition, with your divine essence. Just these 3 steps are so easy to follow, and day to day you go deeper into that essence and sink deeper into that rhythm. What else? It's very good for you to follow a certain practice into extended periods of time. You know, people are getting bored so quickly these days. The mind is jumpy. It is like a, herd of wild horses. It seeks for new stuff. It seeks for um, the thrills of it. It gets used to something and it gets bored of it if you're doing it every day. But the key for diligent spiritual practice is repetition and is, diligence and determination. So you might want to add that into your day-to-day life so that you can actually follow a specific path on your spiritual journey. My path has been when I had a job, I was waking up half an hour earlier just to be able to meditate. I was starting the work at 8 p.m. I was waking up at 7 p.m. before, and as I started meditating, I would wake up at 6:30. For those of you who are not morning persons, that might seem like an excruciating pain, but I can assure you that the benefits you're having from meditating, the amount of energy and clarity you're having throughout the day, are totally worth the pain, if you will. So are totally worth the effort. So my practice has been to start my day with meditation for the past 8 years. And each day when I wake up, my mind and body go directly into meditation. So because it's a pattern for me. So I don't do anything else before I get out of bed. I just slide from sleep directly into meditative state, which is similar because we sleep into the delta theta brainwaves. We wake up into the alpha brainwaves, and if we preserve a little bit that state with um, meditation practice, then we set the pace for the day, and we have our day into a more peaceful, calm, and um, structured rhythm. Instead of the energy currents blowing through you, not knowing where it will take you, you take these energy currents and direct them consciously towards the goal or um, target that you have for that day. That meditation is help you to structure. you know it's also helping you to structure your mind and to have more clarity before you start asking you start answering the Facebook messages, the phone, and so on. Because when you're answering from a centered state, then the ones at the end of your line would get that sense of presence, will get that sense of determination, and will get that sense of this girl or this guy really knows what he's talking about. And that's how you build confidence in people. When you're centered, when you're aligned, and while you're speaking from your core, you get confidence, and you are presenting yourself as a trustworthy colleague or coworker or whatever it is, whomever it is that you're talking to. So it's very beneficial for your work and for your day-to-day activities as well, because it sets you into a very centered pace. Another benefit of starting your day with meditation is that it enhances your discernment. And instead of rushing into activities that might not be beneficial for you, as I was sharing about my morning, you will have, after meditation, a daily clarity of what's worth your time, energy, and attention. So, with that clarity, you can go through the day from a mastery point of view instead of from a chaotic point of view. Uh, Meditation is helping you recalibrate your own biofield, but also the biofields around you, so that you can slide through your day in a rhythm of grace and gratitude and harmony. You know, once your biofield is harmonized, it emanates love and harmony around you, and it harmonizes the fields around you. You might have noticed that when you are balanced, instantly you get into a room and people start cleaning. It happens with me many times because the room was not balanced and it repatterns according to your energy field. You might notice that when you are balanced and you enter into a room with, uh, discontented people, they might start to shift their energy and be more kind and harmonious in your presence. It's not compulsory that this state stays with them if they're not ready, but at least for your time being there, they are more benevolent and open and smiley, and it's as if a burden has been lifted from them because you're coming with this higher vibration that is helping recalibrate their biofields as well. This is not about controlling others. This is just about personal emanation, recalibrating the fields around us. I hope I answered to the mental questions of some who were listening to this. Another benefit is that you are able to heal yourself. You know, when in meditation, prana is circulating freely in your body and it can actually recalibrate some or heal some parts of your body. And in meditation, you can diligently focus on a certain part of the body that needs healing or harmonizing, and prana will naturally flow into that direction, nourishing and recalibrating the field of that organ so that it represents itself back to health. So healing, self-healing is just another aspect of meditation, and it also helps you to heal others. If you're a therapist or a light worker, you know exactly if you're centered with meditation and if you are maintaining yourself in that harmonious field, you can naturally recalibrate, as I said, the fields of others, and you can also say the right words at the right time so that you can help them heal. My whole soul healing technique is based on that. Once I'm centered, once I'm aligned with my divine self, once I'm in the alpha theta state, I know exactly what to say, what questions to ask, what energy to emanate out so that it would be healed. Those of you asking questions, please be patient. Soon I will be answering to that as well. In a moment, just I finish with this examples and then I go back to you and your chat box so that I can answer your questions and comments. Thank you for sharing. So these are the benefits. Um, the way to do it is attention and intention. It can go on throughout the day, as I said, and it can be focused on certain moments on the day where you go deeper. I know many of you are used to um, organized practice of meditation, and you set maybe your alarm to certain moments on the day where you meditate. But it's a very good thing to do because it reminds you to go back into that mindful moment. What I also recommend is to also have a day or a moment in the day where you set no time for your meditation. You know, where you can go and let yourself go with the flow for as long as it's necessary, so that you have you receive all the insights, all the guidance, all the precious energies that the universe have to send to you. Because imagine once you got in meditation and you follow the breath and you finally put your mind at peace, and you're able to go into that deeper state and maybe commune with your spirit guides or your divine essence and start receiving answers, and poof, the alarm goes out and you're all of a sudden interrupted from that flow. Well, that's not nice to happen every day. So you might want to choose a day or a time during the day where you can go deeper in meditation without interruptions so that you can get in full the messages that your essence or divine guides have for you so that you can have a deeper, divine communion. Um, feel free to, take your time for meditation. Many people do not allow themselves to have that time. I always hear them, oh, I don't have enough time. I have so many activities with my family. I have so many things to do at my job and so on. But our argument with this is just think about how much your family, your children, your dear ones would benefit from you being calmer and brighter and clearer around them. Think of how much your job will benefit if you would have more clarity and a deeper, um, discernment in your choices. Think about how much um, all the things, people, or situations that you're giving energy and time to, that are holding you back from taking time for meditation, and presence of yourself. Just think of that and then decide whether you want to give time for meditation. And it's not necessary, like I said, to give a lot of time, but 21 minutes a day, for example, that's 3 of 7, would literally increase your pranic intake and balance and increase your evolution with ages of other practices. So I highly recommend that. And um, besides what we recommend here, just find time to find your natural rhythm with it. For many years, my meditation has been to go within each chakra and clean it with light and color, and then notice the insights that come out of that chakra. And this is what helped me recalibrate my own energy system, and first of all get in contact and get to know my own energy system, because I was not knowing what are the connections between what manifests inside me and what manifests outside me. But after I learned the connections between the energy system and the material world, I was able to clearly see the cause and effect reports in my life. So if something would happen to me, I would directly go to the chakra related to that event and recalibrate it so that I can have a better outcome in that situation. So it's an energy mastery that can be, you know, fully mastered if you take the time and diligence to do it gradually during every day. What else? Well, I will go now to your questions before I share any more insights so that I see what you are willing to share with me. So Adrian Florian is sharing. Someone here is sharing that he is able to go deeper and find himself very centered and very at peace and very profound in some days, and then in other days is just, it seems like he forgot how it's done, and so it's like he gets in and out of that state of centeredness, if I get it right. Well, it also depends on many other energy rhythms. It depends on how well nourished you are. It depends on how, because meditation has to be set on a good base. And if you have a good base that is a lot of energy in the body, or a good nourishment process, then you can do a very centered meditation. If your body is not at peace and it's not well nourished, as I feel is the case for you in some situations, then you are not able to hold that centered rhythm in meditation. Um, Other things have to do with how the energies on in your environment are. Maybe you are sensitive and you are, impacted by the environment around you, and maybe sometimes the rhythms in your house are peaceful and calm, and some other times there's people in your house that are influencing your inner rhythms and that are making you feel jumpy or uncentered. Until we are able to impact our environment, we might be we might be wanting to focus on how we choose the right environment for our personal development. Another cause might be how your energy is moving towards your body. So when you're not feeling centered, you might want to look at why and where is your energy stored, that is giving you a state of agitation, or it's giving you a state of forgetting um, what centeredness is. And the fourth one is, if you have a master or a mentor, for a while you might be imbued in his own state of peace and centeredness, and whilst you get out of that, you might be confronted with your own states that maybe are not yet stabilized into that peacefulness. And it takes a little more work for you, a little more, play with this meditation until you are stabilized in that state and you are able to master it. I hope this answer was useful for you and for all the others that are listening. So there are maybe four causes or even more for what you asked. But yes, there are fluctuations and days where you feel centered and at peace and in your own mastery and breathing properly and so on. And there are days where you feel agitated. And all of us might have gone through that in certain times of our lives, where at times we feel very, very centered, and other times we felt really not at peace. And like I said, it takes a while until it stabilizes. And by a while, I mean from a month to a year to several years to certain persons. That depends also on your diet. Like I said, certain foods are agitating our minds. We'll talk more about it in the diet workshop. Certain foods are calming our minds. And I have written a book about it. It's called Get Seduced by Your Own Life, where we describe exactly the connection between food and certain states of mind, and how certain foods are helping you go deeper into the meditation, while certain foods are actually helping you go deeper into agitation. So you see, there's many factors, but the important thing, or the most important things of all, is for you to not judge the situation and allow it to be as it is, and stay focused on meditation and on your practice without any judgment, knowing that there's ups and downs and that's all natural, and that at some point it's all gonna be fully stabilized when your time is right. Um, any other questions or comments? I would like to know, what are your intentions for the next year to come? What are your wishes? What is your aim and goal for this solstice? Thank you as well for your questions, Adrian. Okay, so Florine is thanking me for the answer. Thank you for sharing feedback. What are your goals for this solstice? What is your drive, your direction? What called you to this specific meditation? How is it that you felt called to join us in the first place? These are my questions for you, should you want to answer. So before I go any further with anything else, I want to share that tomorrow we're having a Christmas preparation retreat starting in Italy, and we're having 3 days of deep meditation, sharing the soul healing practice, sharing new insights, and integrating the Christmas energies um, so that we can fully benefit from them and from the results in the next year to come. We'll be joining in a very beautiful venue, the Sun Cave Gardens, which is right next to Rome. And we'll be having also a lot of sightseeing, visiting energy portals that are there. The Sun Caves are Etruscan caves that are portal energies. And we'll be having um, fantastic sharing together, spreading its energy towards the Christmas Eve. So those of you who want to join, there are still places left. There are still 1 or 2 rooms available at the venue. You can join. I will post the link on the chat box so that you can know about it. And you can, but you have to let us know tonight because we're now sharing the end results with the people at the venue so that they can prepare the rooms for us, as tomorrow at 7 o'clock we are starting. Tomorrow we're starting with a brief conference that is going to describe the technique, the process, and what we're going to do there. And on Saturday and Sunday, we're going to have 2 days of intense work together where we literally bring forth the energies of healing, the soul healing technique, and whatever needs to be shared with the participants. But mostly the focus is on the soul healing technique and its benefits and how to practice it on ourselves and others, and on integrating the energy of the Christed essence into our life. Because it is the Christed one who has inspired this technique to me, the soul healing technique, and it is him who is supporting my activity with the healing process. So this is why we've chosen this moment for this sharing in Italy. So feel free to join us. You have the link in the chat box next to the video. You can, if you are not on the chat, you can go to our website, soulhealingacademy.com. At the events section, you have the events in the upper bar of the website, and there you find the soul healing retreat with all the details. Just subscribe, make the payment, let us know that you have chosen to join us. And even if you can't come tomorrow afternoon, you can also join us on Saturday and Sunday when the real deal is happening. So tomorrow we're just having the beginning conference. Feel free to join us. Feel free to have these beautiful moments with us and prepare for the beauty of the new golden age, the new era to come, starting now and going all the way through the 2018. So this is mostly what I had to share for this evening. I'm glad that we have shared the past 2 hours together, and we have joined energies for the new year to come and for the solstice gallery. I hope this has been useful and beneficial for all of you. those of you who aren't subscribed to the whole process, feel free to join it. And the link for it, you can also find it in the Soul Healing Academy website at the events section. It is there where you can subscribe for the whole thing. And I'm grateful for your presence in my life. I'm grateful for you following our channel. And see you soon. See you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Bucharest time, so 8 p.m. Eastern European time, for the next theme of the process, which is prayer or divine communion, or how to connect with the universe and not only send out but also receive answers from it. Hugs of love to everyone, and an honor to be here with you, and have a beautiful, beautiful, wonderful Christmas together with your dear ones, or maybe together with us in Italy. Hugs of love.